Hi, everyone. My name is Lorinda Ortiz, and I am a new professional organizer. I'm also a registered nurse that has been working with neurodivergent children and their families for over 20 years. This gives me a really unique perspective and set of skills that most professional organizers don't have. I really want to help people transform their homes into a sanctuary where they can retreat from the stress of the outside world. But when you're surrounded by clutter, it can feel impossible. And that's what I can help with. In fact, I have been there myself. I know the feeling of sheer overwhelm caused by disorganization and the feeling of shame and guilt that comes along with all of the clutter. In my case, I was absolutely paralyzed by it. I had inherited my childhood home after my mother passed away and just could not bring myself to get rid of anything. So I just moved my own stuff in and shoved it in the closets and drawers wherever it would fit. And when it no longer did, I got bins and just piled it up on the floor. And the clutter just continued to accumulate. And it stayed there for years, literally years. I would occasionally try to get rid of stuff, but it would end up creating an even bigger mess and was so emotionally exhausting that I just gave up. And it was just simply too hard. One day I had the bright idea of hiring a professional organizer. I don't know why I didn't think of this years ago, but I'm just glad that I did. She was able to get me on her schedule about 3 weeks from then. So I had time while I waited and decided to get a timer and set it for 15 minutes and just go in there every day and work at it. And what was left by the time she arrived for our 4-hour session was really just the non-sentimental stuff. So she was able to finish decluttering that and turn it into a beautiful functional space. And it really sparked a fire in me. I started reading every book I could find, every podcast I could find, and started taking classes and was able to get the rest of my house in order. And I am just so empowered by what I've learned that I decided to start my own professional organizing business. But I know that I need to approach it differently than traditional organizers do. Because in retrospect, those 15-minute mini sessions were the most valuable. I was able to sort through the really sentimental stuff at my own pace. Had I just shut the door and waited for her, it would have been traumatic to spend 4 continuous hours going through these highly sentimental belongings, all while in the presence of a stranger. I mean, honestly, it would have done me in both physically and emotionally. Although I do think the traditional in-person 4-hour sessions are great for most people. However, there are other people out there that are like me that would benefit from a slower pace, especially when dealing with grief or extreme overwhelm. And that's why I've chosen a different style for my business. By meeting online, it allows our sessions to be shorter and more frequent so that you can go at your pace, not mine. It's also less intimidating than having someone physically in the room with you and gives you more privacy when dealing with difficult emotions like shame or grief. Anyway, this turned out to be a rather long-winded intro, but I hope you found it helpful and are inspired to do a mini 15-minute decluttering session of your own today, because you are worthy and you deserve it. Wishing you peace and love. Take care.